The Confucius Institute at the University of the West Indies St. Augustine campus is back again, this year with China Kaleidoscope 3. We're celebrating our 6th year anniversary in Trinidad and Tobago with a fun-filled day of Chinese culture. Experience the diverse nature of Chinese culture through 5 main workshops and masterclasses: Chinese calligraphy, Chinese knots, Chinese paper cutting, Tai Chi fan, and Beijing opera mask craft. The event is about to start. Enjoy!
早上好 Can you repeat after me? 早上好 Loudly please, I can hear your voice. 早上好 Alright, now you already learned how to say Chinese. And let's guess, what's the meaning of 早上好? Very good, give me a high five. Yes, thank you. So 早上好 means good morning, right? One more time, please. Loudly. 早上好 早上好 Yes, 早上好 means good morning. That's what we say in the morning. But what can we say in the whole day? Can I say 早上好 in the afternoon? No, right? So what can we say to greet Chinese people? Anyone know it? Okay, go. How to say it? Okay, now repeat after me. 你好 你好 Very good. So next time, if you pass by some Chinese people, what can you say? Loudly? Very good. And once you want to express your thanks to Chinese people, how can you say it? Anyone know it? I hear you. Very good. 谢谢 After me, 谢谢 So there's one tip that can you make you pronounce more like a native speaker. That is, once you meet the tones with the fourth one, you should speak it shortly and with a power. And actually, you will show you appreciation. So you need to be very like, I put all my heart into it, right? So you should say 谢谢 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 Very good. And let's review how we say good morning. Very good. How we say thank you. Very good. Remember, shortly, 谢谢 How we greet each other in Chinese the whole day. And my question is, how we respond to 你好 Yes, now you already learned how to open a very short dialogue. So can you find a partner, sit around you and to greet each other? And remember, you should respond to each other, right? Go ahead, please. 你好, right? Yes, very good. Okay, how we say hello in Chinese? How we say good morning? 早上好 How we say thank you? 谢谢 Very good. But, and the next thing is, how we say goodbye? How I say goodbye? Okay, that's a little bit challenging for you, right? It also should be short. 再见 Okay, listen carefully and repeat. 再见再见再见再见再见 Very good. Okay, let's review one more time. Hello. 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 你好 Don't change the voice, your sound, right? And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very good. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Very good. Full of your energy, right? and goodbye. Oh, 谢谢. Is that? Goodbye. Very good. 再见. 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 Very good. So, once you pass by a Chinese person, what can you say to them? Like, 你好. Very good. 再见. Right? So let the others know, wow, there's so many Chinese that you can open a very short and more like a native Chinese speaker, right? Now can you find your partner and to greet each other and remember to say a proper farewell to each other, okay? Now where's your partner to say hello and goodbye? Go ahead, find your partner. 你好. 谢谢, very good. Thank you for your participating in the learning Chinese. And let's welcome our special Dr. Carter.
Niemen Hao. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand for the national anthem of Trinidad and Tobago, followed, and please remain standing for the national anthem of the Republic of China. Now, it's not customary to applaud the national anthem, but I'm sure you want to recognize what is indeed a historic event, the national anthem of the People's Republic of China, played for the first time ever by one of our champion youth steel bands. So you're not applauding the national anthem, but you're applauding St. Margaret's Boys Anglican for that wonderful start to this morning's proceedings. Acting Deputy Campus Principal and Dean of my faculty, Dr. Heather Cato, His Excellency Ambassador Plenipotentiary to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Son Yuming, and our new cultural attaché, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, well-wishers, Confucius Institute staff, volunteers, students, everyone in the auditorium this morning. We are looking small, but we are going to grow. We have some people on the way. I can assure you that the crowd in a short while would be much larger. Welcome, a warm welcome to the University of the West Indies St. Augustine campus. A warm welcome to Confucius Institute, the 219 edition of Confucius Institute Day. I am Dr. Beverly Ann Carter. I am the local director of the Confucius Institute. My colleague, Professor Tang Jinhua, is the Chinese director. And together with our staff, the Confucius Institute staff, our student volunteers, everyone wearing purple here this morning. And I see that Northgate got the memo and came in the right color. So you're wearing the color of this year's Confucius Institute. Welcome to the University of the West Indies St. Augustine campus. We have a very short opening ceremony, but we can't have a campus event without greetings from the management and the staff and everyone representing the St. Augustine campus. So I'd now like to introduce our acting deputy principal, Dean Heather Cato, to bring greetings on behalf of the campus.
Good morning. A special welcome, Ambassador, our local and Chinese directors, our special guests. Being born in South, I must give a shout out to St. Margaret Boys Anglican, hard-working colleagues, students. I bring apologies from the campus principal, who has university executive management meeting this morning. I also bring apologies from the deputy principal, who is abroad on university business. That leaves me. However, although I am very proud to represent them this morning, I'm also very happy to be here in my capacity as Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Education. Being a historian, as I stand here this morning, my mind goes back to 2012, when we can say the Confucius Institute took root on this campus. I cannot believe that 7 years have passed since 2012 and the proposal to launch the Confucius Institute. The goal at that time was to offer our students the opportunity to learn Mandarin and to familiarize themselves with Chinese culture. The initial phase of activities started as a summer program called Discover China. The goal of the program was to advertise the Institute to the public as a resource which provides invaluable and unmatched opportunities to discover the linguistic and cultural mysteries of the world's most populous nation. The social and cultural benefits were quite clear to all of us, but it was also stressed at that time that this will undoubtedly give our students a skill which will be highly prized in their professional lives. It is now 2019, and if anything, the value of the Confucius Institute to the St. Augustine community has only grown and increased. One of the initiatives coming out of our recent Executive Management 2019 retreat was the intention to ensure that every student graduating from our university is proficient in another language. We anticipate that many will choose to study Mandarin. Thus, a relation which began in 2012 will become even more important in our campus community in the second decade of the 21st century. With the Confucius Institute, we are well placed to achieve our strategic goal. I was privileged to attend the Confucius Institute conference in China and to visit China Agricultural University, our partners, and to interact with many of our students who studied there. For me, it was a transformative experience and one which I would always remember. Others have had a similar experience. You can all share in that experience one day. Back in Trinidad and our campus, Celebrations like the Chinese New Year, the Dragon Boat Festival, and occasional samplings of the delight of Chinese cuisine are now interwoven into the fabric of our university's calendar. The Confucius Institute has also expanded beyond the walls of the campus. I wish to assure you all that we look forward to celebrating that 10-year milestone. On behalf of the campus management, on behalf of our faculty, on behalf of our students, I would like to thank the ambassador for his continued support. I would like to thank our partners, China Agricultural University. I would like to thank our local and Chinese directors. I would like to thank the staff working at the Institute and congratulate you all for a job well done. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dean and Acting Deputy Campus Principal. Before I invite His Excellency to the podium, we are going to sample a bit of authentic Chinese culture. And these smiling, attractive ladies are my colleagues. They are part of the staff. They're not a professional dance troupe, but they epitomize professionalism in all they do. So let us welcome now the staff of the Confucius Institute, who will perform a Tai Chi fan dance.
身轻好似云中雁，我们豪气冲云天。
Now, the Confucius Institute is a very small team. We have 3 volunteers, 1 teacher, Professor Tang, our local secretary, and I. But it's a small, it's, like the little engine that could. Everyone works really very hard. And if I tell you one of those dancers arrived in Trinidad barely 2 weeks ago, arrived via Frankfurt, her suitcase remained in Frankfurt while she made her way to Tobago, and is here and is performing and is fully involved, that tells you something about how we operate at the Confucius Institute. It is my pleasure now to invite His Excellency, Ambassador Song Yuming, to deliver a few remarks. Excellency.
Okay, thank you. So Dr. Heath Kettle, Acting Deputy Principal and Dean of the Faculty of Humanitarian and Education. Dr. Beverly Ann Carter, Director, Confucius Institute. Professor Tang Jianhua, Chinese Director, Confucius Institute. Members of faculty and students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you. I'm delighted to attend this opening ceremony of the 6th Confucius Day. This Confucius Day marks the 6th anniversary of its establishment. So in the 6 years, CI has gone from scratch to success, gaining from strength to strength. So this is the 4th time in a row that I participated in the annual CI Day. So each time, I saw with my own eyes of its growth and the new achievements it had made year on year. So taking this opportunity, doctors and professor, I extend my sincere congratulations to you and to all those who have been committed to and supported the growth of the CI in UV Augustine campus. Ladies and gentlemen, China is a nation with a 5,000-year history. Chinese culture has its unique appeals. Trinidad and Tobago is a great nation taking pride in its economic dynamics, social vitality, and cultural diversity. So the nation's motto, together we aspire, together we achieve, speaks the same aspiration as a community of shared future for humankind, envisioned by Chinese President Xi Jinping. As we celebrate this year the 45th anniversary of China-Trinidad Tobago diplomatic ties, our bilateral relations has been further defined as a comprehensive cooperative partnership. Our relationship is not only embodied in frequent high-level mutual visits and strong economic ties, but also in vigorous cultural exchanges, deeply rooted in the people. As the old Chinese saying goes, people-to-people amity holds the key to the sound state-to-state relations. Mutual understanding of languages and cultures is a pivotal avenue in motivating and cultivating this people-to-people amity. So I believe this is what the Confucius Institute has been committed to since the very first day of its inception. It is heartening to know that the Institute now has multiple teaching spots covering different levels of education system. Over the past 6 years, nearly 2,000 participants have registered for classes and started a journey of exploring Chinese language and culture. Various cultural events organized by the Institute, showcasing a faceted China have attracted members of the general public. Workshops on Chinese traditional calligraphy, note making, paper cutting, and taiji are especially popular. Winners of the Chinese Bridge competition, the annual Chinese proficiency competition, have also won a trip to have a real Chinese experience. To our young friends in the audience today, you are the hope and future of our partnership and friendship between our two countries and peoples. It is so inspiring that you all show great interest in Chinese language and culture. You might know that China is a nation of 1.3 billion people, which means that 1/5 of the world population speaks Chinese. With China's increasing presence in various areas, including but not limited to business, arts, high technology, and social life all around the world, I believe proficiency in Chinese language and familiarity with Chinese culture would definitely be an edge in your future career. So I wish you all excel in your language learning. And once again, happy anniversary to CI, and I wish you every success in the future. So may everyone present today enjoy this wonderful cultural day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Excellency. His Excellency made a point that showed that we are linked. There are ties between Trinidad and Tobago and China. He mentioned China's population of 1.3 billion, and of course, you know, we have a population of 1.3 million. So I'm just pointing out we have so much in common. Million, billion, you know, just a different starting letter, but the number is the same, 1.3 and 1.3. The Confucius Institute is named after the Chinese sage and philosopher Confucius. It is a project between Trinidad and Tobago and China, between the University of the West Indies St. Augustine campus and the China Agricultural University. It speaks to collaboration and working across languages and across cultures to bring the world together, to fill the spaces with peace, with harmony, with understanding, instead of war and conflict and all those negatives. So it is a project which is focused on bringing people together, making collaboration a reality. And as the ambassador so rightly stated, the young people are really very, very important in that dynamic. This is why so much of our outreach of the Confucius Institute is to schools, to communities of young people, and this is what really makes us happy to see them participate today. We have a special relationship with St. Margaret's Boys Anglican. They are going to do the closing item for us. So let me tell you about our relationship. Now, you know, the boys can go up and get ready, yes? We go out to schools and we do cultural activities at several times in the year. We do those activities at sort of the post-C period when, you know, people want to do something different and they need a little brain cooler, and we do some Tai Chi fan and calligraphy and that kind of thing. We also go at other times in the year if schools invite us in, and we are starting a program which we hope to kick off really perhaps next January, where we do culture sessions, language and culture sessions as an after-school activity. That's our big thrust for this academic year. One of the things we do as well is we have tours to China. We have tours of students, and we have what we call an educator's store. So this year, in June 2019, we had our second educator's store, and the principal of St. Margaret's Boys Anglican, Miss Perez, the lady you see there with her boys, was one of the educators who went to China. So this made the bonds between us and St. Margaret's even closer, and this is why we invited them to be our special guests this morning. In offering greetings, I failed to say a special good morning to the media, and that was really a big lapsus on my part, because we depend on the media to help us populate the newspapers with some positive news. You know, you want to see enthusiastic little boys, enthusiastic primary school students who have learned not only the national anthem of Trinidad and Tobago, which I imagine they knew, but who for this occasion started practicing and did that flawless performance of the national anthem of the Republic of China. And that's the kind of positivity we want to see and encourage. St. Margaret's Boys Anglican not only learned the national anthem of the Republic of China, but they will now play a Chinese standard. If you have ever been to a Confucius Institute Spring Festival or activity, you probably have heard it. It's called, the English title is The Moon Represents My Heart, and it is really, as I heard someone say this morning, it's kind of like the Chinese Guantanamo. You know, it's played and it's sung and people react. It's a very powerful piece of music, and St. Margaret's Boys Anglican will play this morning as their final rendition. these young men certainly live up to their motto, do thy part and do it well. They learned not just one, but two pieces of music, Chinese music. Music, of course, you don't need words. You're a musician, you can enter other cultures via music. And this is what they had, an introduction to Chinese culture via those two musical renditions. Please give St. Margaret's Boys Anglican Steel Orchestra another round of applause. Share, young men, you may take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a very short opening ceremony, and that's it. We have tried to not keep you from all the exciting activities. We hope you'll spend the day with us. We are here until 2. After these activities, we have the tea ceremony. That was by ticketed invitation, simply, free, but simply so that we know how many people, how much tea we needed to prepare. I would like to thank, at this point, His Excellency, the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Trinidad and Tobago, for taking time from his schedule to brave the priority, to brave the traffic, to be here promptly to help us start off the activity punctually as he always is. I'd like to thank the Acting Deputy Principal and our Faculty Dean, who also took time from her busy schedule. As she explained, Principal is unavoidably engaged otherwise, and the Deputy Principal is out of the country. Dr. Cato readily agreed to step in and to come and bring greetings to us this morning. I'd like to thank the hardworking staff of the Confucius Institute. I hear they were here till some quality of hour last night, like 11 o'clock or something ridiculous like that, working hard. I would like to thank Ms. Perez and her boys for responding to our invitation and showing that the Trinidad and Tobago is in good hands in our youth who are bright, eager, hardworking, disciplined, right? Those discipline, production, and tolerance, they know what those words mean. Because as I told you, they started practicing in mid-August for this performance of 2 completely new pieces of music. And they did it with such flair and such panache that you would think that, this is something in their repertoire from ever, right? But they started practicing in August. I'd like to thank the schools that are here and welcome those that we know will join us. I know because of the weather issues this week on Monday, we have some people who have said, unfortunately, their arrangements for transport did not come together, but we hope that more of the schools that indicated an interest in joining us today will be along shortly. So with that, I'd like to thank you all. Thank you to the media team, both the mass media and people like Brian, who is our videographer, who is really, he is Confucius Institute staff extension, right? If you have come to any activity linked to the Confucius Institute, you probably know Brian because he is always there, always willing to help. And to all the student assistants and other volunteers who are always willing to help us and to put on a great activity for you. So thank you for joining us this morning. Please take a turn walking around and participating in the activities. We'll be here until 2 p.m. So you can kind of tweet and hashtag and Instagram and send word to your friends to come and be part of this wonderful free event put on by the Confucius Institute at the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine campus. I am Beverly Ann Carter. I'm signing off. I'm feeling as though I'm a media personality signing off on behalf of the Confucius Institute. And I can't help but thank again His Excellency and his colleague, because the Chinese embassy really, they are our stalwart supporters, and they are with us in every activity, in every event. They facilitate us. We just have to call on them, and they are always willing to help. So thank you again, Excellency, and have a wonderful day.
Tai Chi. Bust a move in our Tai Chi Fan Masterclass. Here, you can learn the graceful, quick, and powerful movements of Tai Chi Fan. Come, center your chi and find your inner Zen.
Today, we invite some school to come to the CI Day, and we have many different booths. I have the Tai Chi Fan booth here, so we're going to do some movement of Tai Chi Fan. And Tai Chi Fan is a good exercise to combine Tai Chi with the fan music. So it's kind of like a dance, but actually it's a good exercise for everybody. And I hope you can join us to try the Tai Chi Fan.
Beijing Opera Mask Craft. New to our program, the Beijing Opera Mask Craft promises to be an exciting experience. Beijing opera masks are based on the facial painting worn by the actors in Beijing opera. The different colors of the masks indicate what kind of character the actor is portraying, whether it be a brave character, a villain, or even a clown.
Hello, I am Miss Colette Perez. I'm the principal of St. Margaret Boys Anglican School in Belmont. The school was introduced to the Confucius Institute by Dr. Carter and members of her staff. They came to the school to do presentations. I myself got involved in the Educators Tour this year and spent 2 glorious weeks in China. When I came back, Dr. Carter, being aware that the boys are the 11 times Junior Panorama champion, asked if we could prepare 2 pieces for today. So from the mid of August, the boys started under the direction of Mr. Carell Taylor, the arranger, and this is the pieces you've heard today. The boys were very dedicated. We practiced in weekdays, and then they were there on Saturdays from 10 in the morning to 2, making sure everything was right for this event. You know, as an educator who went to China, it was an incredible experience, and one I am hoping to share with my boys, because I shared with them as I came back, and they were excited. And you know, we expect, and I hope to keep this relationship with St. Margaret's and the Confucius Institute going. Today was a fantastic day. My boys were so excited to come to perform, to be here at UA. And as I said, I hope that this continues.
Chinese paper cutting. Next is the Chinese paper cutting workshop. Paper cutting, or is a very distinctive and highly valued Chinese folk handicraft. It is often used as a decoration to express well wishes, such as good fortune and happiness. Today, the participants will be learning how to create artistic pieces using simple paper cutting techniques.
Paper cutting has a very long history in China, and usually people will use paper cut to decorate their house in some special occasions, especially in the wedding ceremony and when we celebrate spring festivals. And see, this is the characters we use for weddings, and this is we use for our spring festival, and the character can pronounce as Chun, and this one is Xi.
It was really fun, and I actually learned a lot more about Chinese culture than I thought I knew. I recommend that people come to check out this event.
It was very fun, and I think I learned a lot of stuff.
Students from different schools come around into UE and try different Chinese culture. They introduced Chinese paper cutting, Chinese calligraphy, Chinese opera mass, and the Tai Chi, which is a fan dance. I would recommend people to come to these events so they can introduce themselves into a different culture.
Let's stop by the Chinese knot-making booth. Chinese knots are lanyard-type arrangements where two cords enter from the top of the knot and two cords leave from the bottom. The knots are usually double-layered and symmetrical. At this workshop, you can learn how to make the double coin, a foundation knot in Chinese culture based on the image of ancient Chinese coins.
I find it was interesting. You get to learn about Trinidad and the Chinese coming together. Well, my favorite boot was the Chinese knotting. I made this and it was a good experience. I tried about 6 times before I got it correct.
Well, yeah, we enjoyed the event so far. We just have like 2 more things to try out. The knot tying. Yeah. It was a little interesting that.
Well, my experience was good because, yeah, it was good. The paper cutting was interesting and the Chinese writing, it was very interesting. Yeah, because it's new things you're learning, things that you never do before, you're learning it here. So.
Well, my experience, I never really do much. I just do the coloring and the nuts. But the nuts was a good experience. But I see one I have a nut and I have next one here for somebody else. Yeah, it's a good learning thing. I'll just learn a little thing about Chinese.
Although that calligraphy was hard, it is rather fun, and I would look into it.
Calligraphy. Next on the agenda is the Chinese calligraphy tutorial. The Chinese writing system is made up of characters or hanzi. Here you can learn about the evolution of Chinese characters and even try your hand at writing your own calligraphy masterpiece.
The calligraphy was difficult but fun and relaxing.
Well, the very first thing I think anybody who was here from the beginning would be marveling at the dexterity and the prowess of the young members of the St. Margaret Steel Band, who, I've been told, just over a month learned both the Chinese national anthem and one of their classic folk songs, "The Moon Represents My Heart." They performed both extremely well. What is also very interesting is the way the event was organized. There are all of these groups and subgroups of activities, and because there aren't too many people at the moment, they are managing to accommodate everybody. We have people learning a Tai Chi fan dance, we have people learning about masks and opera, and I am trying very hard to learn how to do some classic Chinese knots. I have managed to produce this. Altogether, a most interesting experience, and my first active participation in a Confucius Day.
We hope you enjoyed the Confucius Institute Day 2019. Brought to you by the Confucius Institute at the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine campus, Trinidad and Tobago. We've learned a lot about Chinese calligraphy, Tai Chi fan, Chinese arts and craft education, and much, much more. Special thanks to the hard-working CI team for organizing and planning this special day and for spreading nationwide appreciation for Chinese culture.
Happy